Down here in the garden in this spring day, nearly end of October. This is I'll probably say it wrong, a palopa. I'm not sure, has great big green leaves on it. There's purpley white flowers. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Anyway, doing an update on the Photinia hedge, Photinia Robusta. Now this was planted nearly exactly 3 years ago. I think it was the 4th of November 2021 this was planted. There was actually 6 in this original row. There was one here that had grown similar size to this one. I came home one day and the wind had torn it out of the ground. Well, snapped it off actually. The stump's still in the stump's still just in there. So this is a 3-year-old Photinia hedge. I've trimmed the branches off the bottom, and as you can see this year it's flowered exceptionally well. They're actually brighter than that the other day. They're starting to die off a bit, so that's just magnificent. But I've taken the bottom branch. I've got to take that one. This one there, I've got to take it off. I missed that one. Taking the branches off the bottom and the ones that stick out the side, so it's going to make more of a straight line down there, but it'll bush out in the middle. It'll become bushy. So these ones here, these 5 here, were planted, as I say, this time, or November, early November 2021. This one here is fairly mature. It was planted back same time actually, Melbourne Cup weekend, I think it was, or maybe a bit later, in 2011 it was. So that's a mature tree that I've been pruning, trying to get it to square up a bit. This one here was planted a bit later, and as you can see it's a bit spindly. It's a bit missing growth in the middle. It was the only one I could get, but it's grown exceptionally tall. So I've kept these branches down the bottom here. You can't quite see them, but there's some buds showing up just here. I'm hoping that they grow out. So that's the Photinia hedge that was planted 3 years ago, except for the one there that's planted in, what's that, 13 years old. So that's how it's growing, and that's the magnificent flowers. I should have got it last weekend, but it was blowing an absolute blinder here. It was just crazy wind, so I couldn't record. The other thing that I did, a video that I did originally back 3 years ago, I spoke about planting some Pittosporums. Well, I've planted these, and these are about 2.5 years old. As you can see, they've tried, 2 of them or 3 of them have tried to fall over. I don't know, and they were dug in the ground fairly deep. I'm not sure why they decided to do that, but you can see the difference in their growth. It must be different soil type. Well, there was actually a creek or a drain that ran through here and went down in between those 2 Photinias down there. They actually suffered a bit because it was a bit too wet. But yeah, they're only like 2.5 years old. Look how tall they are. But I'm going to cut the tops out of them. I've cut the front edge off, as you can see, to try and make it a circle. The cat in there having a look as well. I haven't mowed. My rider mower's got a broken belt, so I'm waiting for a new belt to turn up, so I haven't mowed. So that's why there's so much grass and weed. So that's the Pittosporum hedge. And also, in that original video I spoke about the Snowball tree that had to be recovered, and I fluffed up around the root ball and stuff. And look at these flowers this year. Isn't this amazing? A tree that has had a really hard life. Look at that. That is really cool. That it's just flowered so well this year. But that's the update on the Photinia hedge, the planting of the Pittosporums, and the Snowball tree.